folks at home. We are out here, Cyberpunk 2077, 1 year and 1 day later. We covered Cyberpunk 2077 yesterday. We did the 1 year anniversary stream. We looked at the game in its current form on base PlayStation 4 with the latest updates installed, of course. And it's a complete total shit show. Now, of course, it's a tad bit better than where it was last year, December of 2020, when it launched, but it's still not in a great spot, and the game still needs more time in the oven, and there's a lot of conversation right now going into next year, and that conversation is surrounding whether or not CD Projekt Red can hit that home run, and can they actually put some work and time into this game and do what needs to be done in order to get people to care about Cyberpunk again. You have to win back people over, and how you do that is by providing content that they once initially promised, is by saying, hey, we're actually going to fix this. So CDPR, they have money, and they went out and they hired a bunch of modders to join the team and fix this, because obviously the team that they initially assembled, well, they just weren't good enough. And, that's what you have to do. If you're a, basketball coach, football coach, if you look at the bench and they're not good enough, you have to scout for new players. That's literally what you have to do. So that's what CDPR is doing, and hopefully it pays off. And we got Ice the One kicking things off. Of course,
€2 through Super Chat. Popping the cherry. Bear, 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 bear.
If you guys missed the intro, and a lot of you did because for whatever reason people aren't showing up today, but there was a lot of people in here yesterday. We had some unfortunate circumstances in terms of trying to get the show going. But if you guys missed the intro, there was a big revelation just in the last few days, maybe the last 24 hours, and Keanu Reeves has come out and said that he has never played Cyberpunk. Now, the reason why this is a big deal is because the people at CDPR have said that Keanu has played Cyberpunk. And yet here we have now Keanu removed from Cyberpunk, talking about Matrix now, and he doesn't play video games. He literally said that, and he said he's never played Cyberpunk. So someone in this situation is lying. And if I had to guess who is lying, I don't think it's Keanu Reeves. I think it's CDPR. So they really tried to get you to buy this game, and it worked. It really did work. I mean, this is, this game made boatloads of money, and the new shilling round has begun 1 year later. They're shilling it on PC. These privileged gamers are shilling it on PC, and they're saying, well, it runs great on my 3090. Well, that's great, because let me just tell you this. Nobody I know in real life has a 3090, okay? I mean, I don't, granted, know many people, but you're in the minority. Okay, so I'm glad it runs great on your machine. But for a lot of people, it doesn't run where it, doesn't run how it should. Hard to find new consoles. Building a PC is still stupidly expensive, more so now than ever. So your options are more limited than ever. And they really need to hone in and focus and make a decision ultimately, because as they go into 2022, it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of, go about this. Because, I mean, at a certain point, there's only so much you could do on the last-gen hardware, right? There's only so much you can do as you go forward. And eventually you have to kind of seal it off and say, okay, it's good enough. And I'm telling you right here and right now, and you guys, if you were there last night, many of you probably weren't. Maybe some of you guys were. But if you were there nonetheless last night, we played Cyberpunk 2077, and I wanted, to let the game speak for itself. I think that's very important. I talk enough out here as it is. And, that was the latest updated version, and it ran like trash. Now, granted, it is a tad bit better, but it has a lot of problems, okay? And, there are circumstances in the game where you basically have to reload your save because you're seeing like a mouth, you're seeing eyeballs in front of you. I mean, none of that shit should be happening 1 year later. Like, it's literally inexcusable, the current state of the game.
Miles Keno donated $5 through Super Chat. Dude, the game is still broken. I played it 2 nights ago in the Nomad start on PC. You drive people over, you can't. They are ghosts, you go right through.
Yeah, well, I mean, the PC fanboys are saying otherwise, and they're saying, oh, Michael, you don't know what you're talking about. I have had 0 bugs on my PC version of Cyberpunk. You need to get good, Michael, and stop being poor. That's what the CD Projekt Red fanboys tell me all the time. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate it. Miles coming through. Second person to come through here today as we sit out here in the cold to discuss the reality of the situation in regards to Cyberpunk 366 days later. Okay, 366 days later. No updates, no one-year anniversary, really. All they put out is an image on Twitter, and that's all they said. You know? I mean, I guess they had some little contest, but no one cared about that. You know, what really needs to be focused on is, you know, the 2022 plan and what they're going to do. And they need to stop talking and start showing when the time is right. You know, they really need to learn. But the amount of lies, the amount of just like, you know, they string you along. They string you along constantly. Literally, Keanu Reeves, and again, you guys missed the intro, I know. I got to make a 40-minute intro so you guys can actually watch the intro. That way you're all going to get in here in time. But Keanu Reeves doesn't play video games. He didn't play Cyberpunk. He just said that, right? But CDPR said differently last year. They said Keanu Reeves has played Cyberpunk. So either someone got misinformed or someone lied. And I think someone did lie. And again, I don't think it is Keanu Reeves. So that is a pretty big revelation and kind of a spit in the face, too. Because, you know, that's your head guy. I mean, he worked on the game. Everyone's like, oh, we feel sorry for Keanu. We feel sorry for Keanu. He doesn't even play video games. He literally admitted that. He doesn't play video games. He didn't play Cyberpunk. So why do you guys feel sorry for Keanu? Like, it was literally a gig. He came into the studio for probably a very short window, did the lines, did the mocap, whatever, and then that was it. Like, you know, it's not like, I don't know why you guys feel sorry for Keanu when he didn't even play the damn game. You know, I'm not saying, you know, he's the bad guy in this situation. He's certainly not, but I don't think he even cares. Why would he care if he hasn't played the game? He doesn't play video games.
Doom Strange donated $2.99 through Super Chat. My PS4 Pro has a SSD and it plays amazing.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree. I mean, you know, I'm not sure about that. But maybe you guys should start showing gameplay footage of your console copy because mine doesn't play like that. Now, I could put Cyberpunk into my PS5, but at this point, if I really wanted to seriously play through it, I'd rather just wait it out because apparently the next-gen version is coming within, like, the first quarter of 2022, which could be January, February, March, April, May, June, whatever. Somewhere within those few months, the first few months of 2022, so we're going to have to wait and see.
Offshan23 donated £2 through Super Chat. Alfonso23 here.
That's
Rip
what
Lil Fishy 69.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, guys. Come on. Got to move forward with that. Keep bringing it up and bad shit happens, okay? I just don't want to bring things up on the stream anymore. We're not doing that ever again, unfortunately, so... it is what it is. Now that I said that, they're going to go apeshit. But, Alfonso, we appreciate you, and we understand that. But we're going to go ahead and open up the lines here. That's the reality of the situation. 818-284-4568. And, again, we did stream Cyberpunk last night, PS4 base model. But with the latest updates installed, everyone's like, oh, Michael, download the updates. Guys, that is with the updates installed. I've showed it multiple times on the stream, okay? And people still don't believe me. I don't know what fantasy land some of these people live in. But clearly a lot of gamers are privileged, you know? I mean, now, granted, I'm not stuck with PS4. I could pop it in on PS5, and it could play at 60, but that doesn't mean the game is still where it needs to be. You know, there's a lot of other things that they need to factor in as well outside of bugs and optimization issues that currently plague the game. So we're going to attempt to open up the lines here. If we can't handle this show, well, I mean, we won't have a long show. We didn't bring the extender because I knew we wouldn't have to, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Nonetheless, get your ass on the line, 818-284-4568, and we'll take your call right here on the damn show. If you got nothing to say, maybe don't call in, but if you don't call in, we're going to sit here and just do this, okay? So make sure you can find someone who can call in, 818-284-4568. Let's go.
Night donated £2 through Super Chat. I like Panams but almost as much as your content, Bear.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Nightlight coming through. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate it. 818-284-4568. We're going to open up the lines. Keanu Reeves has not played Cyberpunk. That was pretty shocking to me. I mean, I figured that. I'm not retarded, right? Like, the guy doesn't have time to sit around and play these dumb games, especially fucking Cyberpunk, right? But he came out and said that he's never played it. They showed him demonstrations, but he's never played it. So you guys need to get in line with the reality. Oh, Michael, we feel sorry for Keanu. Oh, my God, he's sitting at home crying because Cyberpunk is a disaster. Oh, yeah, he's certainly crying. You don't know. He's moving on to the next fucking gig. Okay, that's how this works. 818-284-4568. We're going to now open up the lines here, and hopefully we can get a caller that's actually worthwhile. But I don't think that we're in that time frame right now. It's not my problem that Cyberpunk is dead. I wish I was still playing this game. You not online. The people that play games online, they're playing it for the show. I want a game where I play it offline and not on the show. Okay, and so far I haven't found that game, and I thought Cyberpunk was going to be that game, but apparently Cyberpunk isn't that game. So it is so sad. It really is so sad. 366 days later, you would have thought that CDPR would have had something. A new skin for Judy, a new skin for Panam, a new skin for Johnny Silverhand, a new car, something. For the 1 year anniversary. Thank you, players, for staying patient. But they don't have anything to show for it. It's so incredibly sad. And now we're going to get into this bubble where I can't hear anything because everyone wants to do this 24/7.
Through Super Chat. With the SSD, the loading takes only 7 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I have a PS5. I get that. I understand that. But that's not my hardware. That's just the PS4. And they obviously, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, brother. Doesn't mean it's a great game. I mean, we could have that conversation, but the game has other problems outside of those problems, okay? Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael. How you been?
Well, I listened to the Nirvana song the other day. I hate myself and I want to die, and it really, it just hit home,
I mean, come on. Nirvana's good, though.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what isn't good. Cyberpunk.
Yeah. It's been a year. My God. Time's flying by. I remember when this game came out,
through
first
Super
day,
Chat.
and then
Has
the
it really
reviews
been a
hit,
year?
and people
Time
pissed. I'm like,
passes
oh,
by.
God. I never bought it.
Yeah, it has been a year, unfortunately. I'll tell you that. It's been a year, and, we would have thought that the channel would have been a lot stronger than where we're at today, which is unfortunate. But, I can't afford plastic surgery. I can't look like Brad Pitt tomorrow. So, unfortunately, it's just going to have to go the route that it's going, which is a very slow snail pace. But it is what it is.
I will say this though. A couple days ago, Xbox showed off like a Matrix demo. Did you see that?
Yeah, I downloaded it. I'm not impressed with it, to be frank. I mean, it looks cool, but
it works. It works better than Cyberpunk Day One.
Well, I mean,
and
yeah,
actually,
but there's nothing. I mean, to be fair, Cyberpunk does have more going on. I mean, that's the problem with the fucking game. They really shot themselves in the foot because when you really look at all of what's happening in Cyberpunk, and you realize that the old hardware is from 2013. Like, who sat there and thought in the committee room that, okay, this is going to work on 2013 hardware? I mean, are there devs that incompetent? Like, I could have told you that. I mean, the amount of things that move, the video screens, all this fucking crazy shit that's happening, like, you can't pull that off. I mean, these computers could barely even do anything these days,
Yeah, people were complaining about well, if Red Dead 2 can work on last gen hardware, why can't Cyberpunk? Well, because number one.
Well, I mean, I think
Ice the One donated €2 through Super Chat.
Cyberpunk is a way
Bring back
more
Margarita
detailed
Mackerel.
game.
Okay, I don't know about more detailed, but I mean, there's definitely more stuff happening. There's more fucking. There's there's graphical shit. There's video shit. There's just a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, then also there's rendered interior car designs, outside car designs.
Yeah, but I mean, Red Dead's got a lot going on too. You go to Saint Denis, the town, and there's a lot of stuff happening in that situation as well.
Yeah, and at least with Red Dead, the AI the AI had like a day and night cycle.
Yeah.
They would do things.
Yeah,
and
well, I mean, that's what they promised here, and I'm not going to get into what they promised because people get really mad when I start bringing that shit up. Like, oh, you're just a fake gamer. You just want to go back and look at what was promised. Just play the game and shut up and have fun. All this dumb bullshit.
Well,
but
how can we have fun with the game if it doesn't fucking work?
Well, they tell me it does work and that I'm poor. Basically that's what they say. That's what they say.
I have seen the game run on high functioning PCs with the latest graphics card and everything, and it's still buggy.
Well, this is the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, that is literally the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, it's just annoying to see these people just shill a game when because it's a bad game. Okay, it's a bad broken game.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna move the wheels, bro. We're gonna move the wheels. Thanks for calling in. Hello, you're on the air. I don't want to fall asleep out here too early, and some of these callers are just. I mean, the energy out here is just getting sad. Okay, I wish we would have continued to talk about Grand Theft Auto, but that's a dead horse as well. Nonetheless, hello, you're on the air. Mr. Negative on the line.
Listen, I've got one thing to say about this Cyberpunk bullshit,
Yeah.
How the fuck are these shills sitting there, all these little fucking PC fucking basement dwellers saying it runs good on It's not about how good the game's running. The bottom line is that the game itself, as a game, is trash.
I mean, it's so boring. I was playing it last night. You roam around, you shoot enemies that move on the screen. It's literally no different than Far Cry. And, I mean, it's got a cool fucking kind of, the Cyberpunk theme is attractive. but they didn't pull it off in a way that makes sense because it's literally the same, as every other fucking game. You just roam around, shoot enemies that move, and then you have on top of that a lifeless, empty, open world. There's no fucking substance to it. It's all shallow, so it makes for a terrible.
Miles Keno donated
concoction.
$5 Canadian
It's
through
stupid,
Super
man.
Chat.
I don't care how it looks.
Cyberpunk runs
It
like
doesn't matter if
trash
it's
on an
fucking running
RTX
on a
2070.
base
Wow, but I
PS4
can
or a
run
fucking
Halo
30
Infinite on
fucking
4K
80s, man. It
disgrace,
wouldn't
and
make any
thanks
difference.
for
The
the
game
DRM
itself
tweet.
is the
DRM
problem.
sucks,
The game
Cyberpunk
itself
bad.
is trash. The story's trash. The missions are trash. The whole thing's shit. What I don't get what people are saying. Oh,
Well,
next
you
gen
might have
update,
to go on
next gen
Twitter
update.
Spaces. You might have to go on Twitter Spaces because then
I
you'll
can't.
find the real Cyberpunk fans over there or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been in them, man.
They love
They kick me
getting
out.
mad about stuff
Angel
over there.
Seller
Really?
donated
Yeah, I'll just get kicked out of them. I'll just get kicked out of them, giving people the full hard reality. I'm not a hater. Everyone was excited for this game. Remember all the videos before they come out? Everyone was like, this
I
is it,
remember.
this is it.
Well, what do
Yeah.
you think? Hold on, let me ask you this.
Bear,
What do you think about Cyberpunk or Keanu Reeves? He said he didn't play the game.
Well, fuck Keanu Reeves. Do you think Keanu Reeves plays any games, man?
Well, I mean, these dumbass naive gamers thought he played it. Like, oh, I feel so sorry for Keanu.
Oh,
He comes out like in the last 24 hours. He just came out and said he never played it, but CDPR said he did. So CDPR lied.
Yeah. So, mate, does any of these people even know how much they fucking paid him? How much did Keanu Reeves get fucking paid? Tell me.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think he gives a fuck about the game? He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the people that were waiting for the game to come out. He got his paycheck before all the pre-orders were locked in. He got his paycheck 10 years ago.
I mean, probably, yeah.
No, he did. It's just fucking common sense. You really think they just put him in at the last minute, man? He's been there from day one. They've signed him up. He's got more millions than what he's got already. He's sitting in his big house, and we're all sitting here paying $60 for a game. That's shit. Fuck Keanu Reeves, man. He's a fucking idiot. Do you think I give a fuck about Keanu Reeves?
Holy shit, Mr. Negative really coming through today.
No, but it's true. Do you honestly, any fucking shill that's sat there, do you honestly believe that Keanu Reeves gives a fuck about this game? Are you stupid?
Well, I mean, I knew better, but I mean, everyone else thought like Keanu, he's supposed to be the good guy in Hollywood and all this stuff. But he doesn't. Even if he wanted to play Cyberpunk, he doesn't have time for that. So.
Yeah, exactly.
But CDPR said he did play it, and they said he loved it. So who the fuck is lying?
Well.
It's CDPR. It's CDPR.
I've said it before. Fuck CDPR as well.
Well,
they can give all the updates they want. The game itself is shit.
I think they should seal it off and say, you know what, we'll come back to Cyberpunk when it makes sense. I mean, honestly, at that point, like at a certain point, you have to seal it off. You have to say we tried, we failed. Just hold up to it, admit it. We didn't fulfill the vision, and then say, you know what, we're going to look into Cyberpunk down the road, and we'll have more information when that time does come.
No, they're just going to use it. They'll just bring. This is remember this. What I'm about to say. Remember this. Yeah, embed it into your fucking brain.
Yeah.
They will milk the fucking shit out of this. The multiplayer will come out down the line. You people will be paying $60 for next gen updates, guaranteed, and you know that already. Like,
well, they're already shilling it again. I mean, they're saying Cyberpunk. Hey, look at the Steam reviews for Cyberpunk. They're saying it was always good. So.
Oh my god, man, my head hurts. I can't deal with it, man. This is why people kick me out of Twitter Spaces. You can't even sit there and just say, "Yo, you tell me what makes this game so good. What makes this game better than any other game?"
Well, they say they enjoyed the story. They say the side missions, all that stuff. It was just so fantastic.
It's so shit. Listen, this is a fact as well. I got more immersion and had more fun playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla than I played for 5 minutes of fucking Cyberpunk. I had more fun playing Assassin's Creed than fucking Cyberpunk. At least you can get engrossed in the world, and there's a tad of immersion there. And it's the world's got NPCs that are actually doing things. It's like you go past people on the street and there's people fist fighting and there's actual conversation. Cyberpunk is a barren wasteland. That's what it is. It's a fucking wasteland. The developers are fucking scumbags. I've said it before. They've took the money and they've run away. How many pre-orders were there? They made probably over $100 million.
This made more money than The Witcher.
Yeah, they made over $100 million from pre-orders alone. Never mind the rest, and the game's still shit. But what are people thinking? What are people expecting? Please enlighten me.
I mean, the only thing that they've done is, in terms of content, they've added like 3 pointless fucking items.
Yeah,
in 1 year. It's ridiculous.
Have they added any new missions? Have they added any side quests? Is there any map expansions?
No.
Nothing. They're just sitting there with hundreds of millions
donated $2 through
standard
Super Chat.
people's money that they've taken, and they're just fucking doing these shitty press releases. And then you got the shills sitting there trying trying to tell me.
Well, I
the
wish we
game's
had the
good.
shills, but they don't come to my show. They just want to sit on Twitter and do nothing because they're doing nothing. Democrats,
Yeah, they are. You know, 100% fact. Every single person that's sitting there shilling that vote for Biden, innit? Like, you just know.
But I'm the enemy. I'm the bad guy always. I'm just the guy that has the bad cloud over my head 24/7. But I just come out here to expose the reality, and people get really upset. I expose it with Halo.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
pick sides, guys. I really don't pick sides. I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I'm not a PlayStation fanboy. If you came to me and asked me what to buy, I'd probably give you an outline. But at the end of the day, we call everything out. It's just the way it is, and people get upset. Then they leave the show. Then they leave the show because they're like, "Oh, you talked about something that I finally like. Now you're a fucking piece of shit."
Ubisoft and
Yeah,
bend
it's
over
exactly
for
the same with me on
Ubisoft.
Twitter Spaces. I've been in loads of them. I've been in hundreds of them over the month.
Yeah.
And you cannot say one thing out of term. All I'm asking them is why they still shilling this game and how they support this company. This company is I'd put them in the same category as EA. Scum. Pure and utter scum. Because that's what they are. There's no getting away from that. They haven't done anything to give back to the community. They've made hundreds.
I mean, they should literally make Cyberpunk free on old consoles. I'm not even kidding. They already made the money. They already made the money. What more? How greedy can you be?
They didn't even spend any money. They didn't even spend the money. Half of it was funded by the Polish government.
Yeah.
The Polish government gives CD Projekt Red money to make a living and breathing city. It says it right there on the press release. You can go and find that.
No,
I
know.
Google.
I know.
And they still didn't come through. And they got like $500 million. What the fuck are you thinking? Why are people still buying these? Why would you support this studio? Please tell me one reason.
I don't know. I'm trying to have that discussion out here, but we have everyone that agrees out here. So
Yeah, and this is the problem. When you call out the bullshit, you get fucking slated for it.
Yeah, I'm the piece of shit. I'm the piece of work. I hate gaming.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I'm a troll. It's bait. It's satire. Everything. I've heard it all. 24/7 out here.
That's what I mean. Like, that's what I was literally. I was going in them Twitter spaces to wind people up and take the piss out of people. Now I don't even bother. Because even if you want to have a serious conversation with them, they just mute you. You just get kicked out. And you know what I'm like. I'll just say it how it is. I've said it before 100 times. I want a good game to play. I'm not asking for much. I'm buying the hardware. I'm spending thousands of dollars on hardware. Where's the software?
Well, let me ask you this: you play that new Matrix demo?
No, not after what you've shown anyway.
Well,
no
I mean, it's overhyped. I'll tell you that.
Well, what is it? It just looks like it looks like the Getaway from PS2.
It does. You know what? That's actually it does.
That literally, as soon as you said that video and I seen that, I go, fuck me. I remember playing that on PS2. What's this? What is it? I haven't been playing anything. The only thing I've been playing is fucking Assassin's Creed because I've played everything else, and that's the only thing that I hadn't played. And to be fair, it's not that bad. It's a rinse and repeat, but it's fucking far better than any of these other open worlds you've got at the minute. I've already played through Red Dead like 3 times. There's nothing else to play. Where's these big open world games that we were promised when we were buying this hardware? Where's these big open world immersion games? There's nothing. You're telling me you play Cyberpunk and you get immersed. The only person that get immersed by Cyberpunk are these fucking low testosterone, basement dwelling fucking shills that just sit there on Twitter all day because they got nothing better to do. They got no job. They got nothing better to do. Sit on Reddit, Reset, fucking all them other places that I'm banned from, by the way. I am banned from all of them. I'm banned from Reset. I'm banned from all of them because I'm just going in there I'm just trying to work it out in my brain why these people think like this. I cannot, for the life of me, work it out. If all I want is a good game, and that's it. Fuck CD Projekt Red. Fuck Keanu Reeves as well. Fuck that guy. Fuck CD Projekt Red. If you support them and you're giving them your money to this day, if you went and purchased a copy of Cyberpunk, you are part of the problem, and I'll blame you for the problem, the downfall of the fucking gaming industry. The people that pre-ordered Cyberpunk and never got their money back, you're the ones to blame. This industry's in the shit. Don't sit there trying to tell me that you want to play Matrix, fucking tester worlds and that. Are you fucking stupid? Why did I buy a £600 console? Why did I spend £600 on a console and I've got nothing to play? I don't want to play fucking Warzone. Fuck them, man. They're all dickheads, all of them. Fuck all of you. All you shills, you're a fucking dickhead.
Holy shit. He went Super Saiyan negative today. Holy hell. Oh, Mr. Negative coming through, telling it like it is, the reality of the situation right out here in the cold fucking weather. Hello, you're on the air. We have really lame callers here. I don't know what has happened, but holy hell. All right, you're not ready? Get off my line. Maybe don't call me ever again. Well, this is the reality out here. Cyberpunk is such a dead game. Quit calling me, brother. You're going to get banned. I don't want to hear from you. You got nothing to say. Okay? Go tell your mother I said hi, and we'll see what can be done there. But we are out here, windy, cold. Okay. We're not going to have this problem going, okay? I'm waiting for one new caller for the love of all that's holy. But apparently that is impossible because, most of my viewers might very well be bots. Alrighty. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael. I was just wondering, do you actually live in North Hollywood, California? Because that's what your phone number says. One caller ID.
I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that.
What? You're afraid you're going to get doxxed? Did you say you live in Northern California?
Alrighty, you're having irrelevant conversation. Hello, you're on the air. I can't. It's too cold for that. Call back in the summertime. I'm not trying to waste time out here with nothing. Let's go. Hello, you're on the air. This is why I'm going to do shows where we don't talk anymore, okay? So that's going to be a new part of the show where we just play games.
Hello?
And the game speaks for itself, and we don't run our mouth because we do that too often. Hello, you're on the air.
Michael, I'm not going to get this game until the next gen comes out.
Well,
come on, it may be better.
Well, I mean, it may be, but what if it isn't? What if it isn't? What if it's still as bad and still just half-baked? I mean, that's going to be another embarrassment next year that we're going to have to face, a potential reality.
That's true. But it's free, though. I mean.
Well, if you own it. If you own the game, maybe a lot of people don't have it anymore. They might have sold it.
That's true.
Traded that shit into GameStop for another game. I bet many people did that. They probably got the refund from CDPR and then traded it in, so they got a free game on top of getting a refund. So they really got rewarded for the incompetence here with CDPR. Last year when they did those refunds for consoles.
True. Smart. But I'm still going to give it a chance. That's all I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's hard to do that. I mean, look, I'm in the position where I haven't really played it seriously because it's always been distracting. I mean, the bugs are distracting to me, especially when you can't even see where you're driving because the eyeballs pop out. I'm on the latest version, so it's ridiculous. I mean, I could put it on PS5 and it runs at 60 frames, but it's still there's like no cars on the street. Like it's just not where it needs to be. I'd rather just wait if I'm gonna play it seriously, and try and give it a fair shot. I need to see what they have in store, and hopefully they have something that's worthwhile, but I don't know if that's the case. Did you hear that Keanu Reeves hasn't played Cyberpunk?
I've heard about that. That blew my mind. I can't lie.
Because CDPR said that he did. So someone in the situation is certainly lying, and if I had to guess, it's probably not Keanu.
It's CDPR, because they're known liars, obviously.
Well, that's another problem. It's like how many times did they lie to get you to go to the store and buy this goddamn game? Too many. And I hope that they're
really
not
promoted this game like crazy, making it seem like it's gonna be the best game ever.
Exactly. That's why we're still upset 1 year later, 366 days later.
It's disappointing, but I don't want to keep your time. Let's move the wheels.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate it. I think that guy's from the Twitter space. I'm not sure. Don't need those people coming over here though. I'll tell you what, they get a little too rowdy. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello there, dude. Who buys $60 games anymore? I have not been excited for a AAA release in years. You can get an indie game that's like $20, $30, and it is 10 times better than any AAA company's game. That's what I don't understand. Like, we're making this market where people still choose to buy these games.
Well, I mean, if a game is quality, I'll spend however much they're asking. If the game is quality, now that's a big if these days, more so than ever.
Last time there's been a quality game that's $60.
Well, it's been a little while.
I mean, they've released trash for the past how many years? Like, how are they still upcharging it to $60? These games that are worthless. Like, you can get games that are better than $60 games for half the price, and they're indie, and they just released. That's what I don't understand. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, it certainly is, but, they're going to keep...
I mean, if you look at Cyberpunk really, like, that showed you what the gaming industry is. It painted the picture.
Yeah, but people don't care. People don't care. I just had a caller said that they're going to buy the next-gen version, or they're going to, hold out hope.
That's crazy.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, their fans are brainwashed. I mean, they're literally brainwashed. CDPR fanboys are brainwashed. I'm convinced. They're going
to upcharge even more. They're going to charge you $70. It's the next gen. It's $70.
Well, I mean, I guess it's free if you own it already, but
That's just wild. I mean, it's crazy.
I mean,
I actually like The Witcher 3. I know you're
Yeah.
very against The Witcher 3.
Well, I don't think
actually like that
CDPR was ever good. I played Witcher 2 on 360, and I thought it was trash. It was free on there. I don't know if it was a mistake or what,
Yeah,
but
and honestly, that's a totally fair opinion. But if you like Cyberpunk because you like Witcher 3, you have a problem. You are not mentally stable. It is crazy.
well, I don't think
These
many
fans
gamers
are
are in a good
absolutely
space,
nuts, man.
but yeah, I don't know. I played Witcher 2, a little bit of Witcher 3, and it just didn't feel like, the hype surrounding these games is just ridiculously. Now, let me ask you this.
Well, yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's way overhyped. I really enjoyed it, but the game is definitely way overhyped.
Oh,
versus,
absolutely.
like, how
And,
people
Keanu
think
Reeves
it's
just came out
crazy.
and said he didn't play it, so.
Yeah, and by the way, how is Keanu Reeves still a mainstay in the gaming industry after Cyberpunk? Like,
I mean, that just shows they can get away with this shit over and over again because gamers really don't care. They love CDPR. They'll get on their
I
knees
know.
for
People
CDPR.
just consumed, dude. Like, how is Keanu Reeves still a relevant figure? Like, he should be like destroyed. His career should be over in the gaming industry for shilling Cyberpunk.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's probably shilling the new Matrix movie, and the new tech demo that came out.
It's crazy. Well, thank you so much for letting me share my
Hell yeah,
opinion,
bro.
Michael.
Appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Over the wheels, man.
Holy shit. Holy shit. How we doing, folks? Nearly 300 people in here. And is the chat having a conversation in here? I don't think they are. Let's see if there's any mods in here. A lot of these mods aren't showing up, so we're going to have to remod people. So we're going to have to assemble a new team because my mods just can't show up anymore. They could for like a whole year straight, but now they just can't show up anymore. They got excuses. So we're going to have to find new mods, or we're not going to find any new mods, and we'll replace the bench with nobody, and I'll just do I'll do all the stuff on the court. I'll just go out there and I'm the yeah, hello, you're on the air.
What are these stupid idiots that support CD Projekt Red sitting in a fucking padded room going to wake up?
I don't know, but
always thinking, just one more little patch. It'll fix everything.
Oh my god.
It'll be perfected. All the bugs will be gone. Newsflash. It's not going to fucking happen now or ever.
That's why they should just seal it off. After patch, whatever they have planned, just say, you know what, we tried, but we didn't get that. We didn't quite hit the home run that we wanted to hit. And we'll have more to say in the future about Cyberpunk and just leave it at that. And then make Cyberpunk 2 or whatever, and then the next 10 years, only show it when it's actually ready and with 100% confidence and this, that, and the third. So that's the game plan I would take. I wouldn't, I mean, eventually they're going to have to move on with it because it is a dead game. So, and the
They're gonna add more
multiplayer,
content.
I mean, the
God,
imagine.
the multiplayer.
Imagine if there was multiplayer. Some people think they could have pulled it off. Are these people fucking serious? Like, I think it's all satire.
Now you can fall through the map with your friends.
Actually, you know what? That would be kind of fucking fun. I ain't gonna lie.
It would be cool.
Just
It
to
would
laugh
be
at the
cool.
goddamn game with, everyone else witnessing it as well.
Jesus Lord. Where the fuck is John Wick's dog so I can fucking shoot it?
Huh?
John
Did you
Wick-
hear about Keanu Reeves? He said he didn't play Cyberpunk.
No.
I'm not kidding. I had it in the
Are
intro,
you
but
kidding?
no, I'm not kidding.
No, I saw it. I saw it.
Okay. Well, of course you guys have seen it because you're the only
you
ones that are
fucking
here.
kidding me?
We don't have any normies in here, so.
Keanu Reeves. I feel like that was just one of the things they fucking slipped in. They knew
absolutely.
this game was going to be fucking absolute trash. And we're going to throw in Keanu Reeves to make it a little bit better, so that everybody doesn't think it's a complete fucking dumpster fire. No, it's a dumpster fire.
Well, they even
and
lied,
his
and
fucking
they even lied and
performance-
said he played it, and Keanu's like, hey, I didn't play. He doesn't play video games. He literally said that. So, holy shit.
Good
Another
God.
lie. Another lie to add to the list.
I enjoy whenever you and Dylan play this shit. I get a kick out of it. It's fucking hilarious. But
Yeah, well, I did play it last night, actually, but, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know if
saw it.
anyone tuned in.
good Lord, man. That game is so fucking trash.
And that was with the latest
how the-
updates. I mean, you can't even – there's certain times where you can't even play the game because you can see your mouth in the first-person perspective. Like, it's really fucking
God.
fucked.
I want to know what it's like on fucking PC. I haven't went back to it after.
Well, I hope it's a little bit smoother, but it's still shallow, That's the problem with the game. Once you're done with all the fucking side story missions and, regular missions, there's literally nothing to do. I mean, exploring the world is just pointless.
I mean, I understand, on older generation consoles, you may have some performance issues and whatnot, but with the many patches that they've done, they've literally fixed fucking nothing. They've reintroduced new fucking bugs and glitches. You fixed nothing, CDPR.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time where I had to reload the game because I saw my skull. As I was trying to play the game normally, like I wasn't rushing, I wasn't
Jesus.
driving fast, and
Lord.
like waiting for things. It's just a sad situation. Like those things need to be, uh, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's inexcusable. It really is.
How far are you actually in the campaign right now?
I'm not trying to play it seriously. I mean, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to wait until the next gen upgrade.
No, you gotta play through it, bro.
No, I'm not playing through it because I don't want to play the terrible version. Although
Oh,
I can always
jeez, I
play
don't
the
blame
terrible
you.
version. I can always uninstall the updates and just play the fucking base. What they sold me on day one, which is a fucking travesty. Holy shit.
Oh Lord. I should have recorded some of the things that happened with me whenever I played it on PC. Hopping through the that one mission where you have to hop through the window to I guess turn off either turn off or turn on the generator. I got slingshot right across the map.
Wow.
And then aiming at some dude eating a cheeseburger, he fucking levitated from the table and just disappeared and ran off.
Oh man.
And then I'm sure you ran into the situation going into the club and the people fucking T-posing in the club.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, believe me. I mean, look, I haven't seen any T-posing since the latest update, but there's still definitely issues to say the least. Okay, it's still a fucking nightmare kind of, in a lot of ways. It's not ideal. So, even at $10, I don't know if I could recommend it at that. I mean, shit.
Hell no, not even in the free bin. It's fucking garbage. It's absolute garbage. Even the clip that Dylan was showing with a dude sitting in the wheelchair. He aimed at him and he stood up and then he just automatically started peeing randomly. Like, where's the fucking water coming from?
I don't know.
I can't wrap my head around, like, they put so much money into this game and
Well,
it
most of
turned
it was
out to
clearly
be,
into the marketing. And
that is true.
you
That
know,
is true.
I think maybe a lot of it was spent on either they made a demo for the press that was totally different from the final game, and then they showed everyone that so they can come away and say it was unbelievably amazing. Because either that or everyone's lying. It's one or the other.
All the brain dead journalists that can't
Yeah.
think for themselves.
Yeah, you got you got a lot of peers, you got everyone else.
Oh Lord.
Saying it was unbelievably amazing, that they didn't lie, and that CDPR showed them something that was just incredibly amazing. But apparently,
Well, guess what? Everybody got the fucking reality of the situation when world class fucking.
yeah, but
called
no
out
one
CD
listened. No
Projekt
one
Red
listened. They
for
still
what
don't
the
listen
fuck
1
they
year
are.
later. No one even knows
Well,
the story.
well, they should. They
Well,
should.
they
fucking
should,
wake
but they
up and
don't.
Smell the coffee.
They should, but they don't. It's just the
They
way
should
it
wake
is.
up and smell the coffee.
They'll buy The Witcher 4 immediately. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, they're gonna buy that immediately. That's all they have to do. Like they can move on from this Cyberpunk stuff and say, hey, by the way, Witcher 4, pull the curtain back, show a Witcher 4 logo, and everyone's gonna shit their pants.
God.
So
What more do they have to
nothing.
show?
I mean, these companies can get away with doing these because gamers are so low IQ, they don't really care. They just don't care at the end of the day. And since they don't care, they can just do this over and over again. Nothing has happened. I mean, the goodwill isn't gone. Everyone thinks it is. Like, oh, CDPR has ruined their reputation. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for 1 fucking second. They have not. They haven't done anything. In fact, they probably won more fans over because their fans are brainwashed, and they go up to bat for them all the time, no matter what happens. So
They've ultimately committed seppuku.
yeah,
They're dead.
It's over. It's over.
Kick them in the grave.
Yeah, it's
Shovel
over.
the dirt.
It's over.
It's over.
6 feet under.
Moving the wheels, man.
Holy shit! I don't want to try to make this a depressing show, but shit, we might have to just stop talking out here and just start showing these games. We could do another game show tonight, but I'm not sure what you guys would want to see. So, didn't have a big turnout last night, but it is what it is. We're not having big turnouts. I mean, the gaming industry is over. Like, it's literally done. Halo was the last big release, and there's no games coming until basically February. And, that's when things pick up a little bit. But after that, it's going to be another slowdown period. Hello, you're on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
Cyberpunk, rope, chair. CDPR,
Oh,
rope,
my God.
chair.
Alrighty, holy shit. Man, you guys are negative today. Jesus Christ. Hello, you're on the air.
World class DJ.
Oh,
On the air again.
man.
And oh boy, Cyberpunk 2077
man.
is just choking on the chicken. They don't know how to swallow because they can't handle the reality of the situation. It's a hard pill to swallow, and they all know it. But that's all right, because we'll be back again, baby. We ain't low IQ like these normie gamers or these journalists. But hey, don't give up, folks. We're pretty rad. Kelly, turn off the music. All right, Kelly, put me on my assistant. Yeah, hey. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. All right. Yep. Yes, I know. The project is going well. They don't suspect anything. They don't suspect that the doctor is really the DJ World Class.
No.
They all thought I was dead. They left me to die in that forbidden. Wow. Everything's going wrong. Everything's going wrong. I will be back for my revenge. The doctor's revenge is soon at hand.
It's over. It's over. Hello, you're on the air. Holy shit, guys. It is fucking cold. You know, I mean, guys, gonna have to wake up around here, folks. Otherwise, we're not gonna do this show anymore. It's as simple as that. We're gonna grow the channel, and you can't grow the channel with streaming. Nonetheless, this is how the cookie crumbles on YouTube. Hello, you're on the air. All right, you're not ready. So, maybe don't call in if you're not ready. Oh, man. Hello, you're on the air. Keanu Reeves did not play Cyberpunk.
Huh?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, we're out here.
Cyberpunk 2021 is trash.
It's over.
It's over. They don't understand.
It is over, guys. I'll tell you that. Holy shit. All right, you got nothing to say? Thanks for calling in. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael, I just want to know, what do you do other than sit out here?
You're getting a little weird, but what do you want to know?
I'm not trying to be weird, man.
Well, you better get that wallet out because I'll tell you what, it's freezing cold out here. It ain't sunny California that you live in, probably.
I
right?
am. Well, one last question. Is Dylan homeless or are you homeless?
She doesn't love you. I'm going to block you, another weird loser calling into my show. Too many weird losers call into my show, and they think they have priority, and they think they get first class out here, but they certainly don't. If you're going to call in, I got to take this glove off every time. Make it worthwhile, or we're going to start the timer and end the damn show. Hello, you're on the air. If the support isn't there, we're not doing it. And we're going to close Skype because obviously they're abusing that now. So we're going to close Skype and we're going to get back to this reality. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you guys, but let's go ahead and thank the people that did come through so far today. Ice the One with the two-time Tony Hawk combo popping the cherry. You know the game, you know the shows in the shitter when he's popping the cherry. Miles with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. Doom Strange with the three-time Tony Hawk combo. Alfonso, Knight, Angel, Coach, Caesar with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. Those are the people. The list is fucking abysmally not where it needs to be, not where it should be, but, you know, it is what it is. When you talk about dead games, that's where the channel will get you, in the dead zone. So we're going to have to hone in on that Elden Ring if they don't, you know, shape up around here. And I know they don't want me to bark about that again, but I don't care. Elden Ring is a dead game. In fact, it's about as dead as fucking Cyberpunk. And do we actually have a brand new member, or is that a member message? I think that's a brand new membership, and we appreciate that. DP coming through. That's what we're talking about. DP just got a brand new member. Hell yeah, brother, we appreciate that. DP, brand new member in the winner's circle, the W Club. Welcome to the W Club. Let's get that big fat W for DP, brand new member. And for the other losers that decided to leave the W Club, let's get an L for them. You know, couldn't afford $1.99 a month. They're like, well, you know, I go to Starbucks and spend $15 on my chocolate latte. But Keanu Reeves, if you're just tuning in or you missed it, he literally said, and this is on video, not just some article, he literally said he doesn't play video games and that he didn't play Cyberpunk. He said they showed him demonstrations, but he didn't play Cyberpunk. Now, here's the kicker to that. CDPR last year claimed, the CEO, I believe, he said that's, Keanu Reeves did play Cyberpunk. So, and I don't think Keanu's lying, because why would he lie? It just doesn't make sense. So, CDPR lied once again about Keanu because they wanted to get your ass to that store so you buy this bitch day one. And it did work. It certainly did work. They put all the damn money into marketing, and they just did an incredible fucking job in terms of marketing. They just did an impeccable job on convincing why you should be there day one and why this is going to revolutionize the gaming industry. And in a way, it kind of did revolutionize the gaming industry because look at where we're at now. There hasn't been one game that has come out since Cyberpunk that has been exceptionally, that has been incredibly great. So we're at a point, a fork in the road where we just don't know if quality software will ever come out again. Everyone's hyping that tech demo up for the Matrix, but I don't see necessarily. I mean, it's not a game; it's a stupid tech demo. I mean, I'd rather see Stalker 2. That's an Unreal Engine 5. That's going to be a better demonstration. Don't show me a tech demo. I mean, the tech demo is cool, but that's not, really all that exciting because there's no game there. It's not a game. It's just you just drive around, look at things. That's all you do, which is kind of cool, and it's kind of fascinating. But, a better way to demonstrate the Unreal Engine 5 is to just show me a quality game running on the Unreal Engine 5, and then I'll be convinced that the Unreal Engine 5 is great. You don't show me a tech demo and saying, oh, this is what it can do. Well, yeah, when you have nothing going on in the world, you can, make things a little bit crisper and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, that's what people are doing right now. They're shilling that, and they're saying it's just so mind-blowing. It's the next leap forward. It's like, I mean, it looks maybe a little cleaner, but not really. I mean, you start looking at some other games, and they look pretty crisp as well these days. Look at Spider-Man PS5. I mean, yeah, the Matrix might look a smidge better in certain areas, but in some areas, Spider-Man PS5 looks better too. So
PS5 fanboy donated 20 Swedish krona through Super Chat. Keanu Reeves loves you, Mackle and Suckerpunk love.
I'll tell you what, the only reason why Moist Critical has so many subscribers and such a huge following is because he looks like Keanu Reeves. So I might have to grow my hair out to the Keanu Reeves length, and we might get more luck over here, Because that's why people subscribe to Moist Critical. It's not because they think, what he says is cool in his delivery. It's like, he just looks like Keanu Reeves. It's Keanu Reeves. So that's why they subscribe, the normies, the zoomers. PS5 fanboy coming through. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate that. PS5 fanboy in the house. How we doing, folks? We are out here. Cyberpunk 2077, 366 days later. We did a show last night showcasing the game on base PS4, the most up-to-date version. Everyone keeps saying, oh, Michael, update the game. Dude, I literally paused the screen and showed you guys the damn build number on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, yet they still don't want to believe, like, oh, Michael, this is the unupdated version. You're so stupid, Michael. You're using old footage, and you're showing that as if it's where the game is at. Update the game, you stupid idiot. It's like, that's not what we were doing, okay? But it's just a snooze. The game itself is really just a snooze fest. It's kind of a tech demo, too, when you really look at it, because there's some moments where you're like, holy shit, like, the destructibility is kind of good in certain areas, Yeah, and there's some other stuff going on as well. So in a way, there is some stuff happening in terms of like, okay, they technically did this and technically did that. And then they wrap it with a linear story, but there's no open world meat to the bone. So it's like a Mafia situation where Mafia 2 had no meat on the open world bone, but it was cool enough to spend some time in. You could fill up your gas tank, buy guns from the gun shop and all that stuff in Mafia 2. But it was a linear game, kind of like Cyberpunk. But Cyberpunk is kind of depressing to, I mean, everywhere you walk, it's just an incel game, You just see crazy-ass shit in Night City. So, yeah, well, we're going to open up the lines one last time here. Hopefully we get some last callers as we wind this show down. 818-284-4568. If you guys can't handle a show, we won't do a show. If there's no demand, we won't supply. 818-284-4568. Get your ass on the line, and hopefully we don't have these weird creeps calling in because that's annoying. All right, we're going to open up Skype for the last round here. 818-284-4568. We're going to have to start shifting gears a little bit here. I did want to cover Cyberpunk for the one-year anniversary, but obviously that was yesterday. And we can cover it today as well because nothing has popped up, so we can cover it. But we will be moving the wheels because that's what we have to do. We have to cover the latest and greatest, and not these dead games that no one cares about, unless we already had an established fan base. You know, there is this YouTuber called Juicehead, I believe, or something like that, and he just sits around and talks about Cyberpunk, and I think that's that weirdo, so we're not going to answer that. Maybe it wasn't. Too bad. Now they're all trying to call in. I don't want to talk really, but whatever. Hello, you're on the air. Let's go.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
Alrighty. Thanks for calling in. Hello, you're on the air.
I just want to tell you, man, you're the best, man. But Cyberpunk's just like every other unfinished game. Just like Shenmue 3 when it came out, everyone went crazy, and then they ruined that game. They made it like a weird experience with the graphics when they should have just kept it basic. But just want to say, keep it going, man.
Yeah, well, hell yeah, brother. We appreciate that.
Improving all these games coming.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hello, hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, I can't believe a grown-ass man who lives
Yeah.
with his parents.
Go back to the Elden Ring Discord, dude. I know that's where you crawled out of. What a loser. Hello, you're on the air. Riveting phone calls here. Really just fantastic phone calls. Hello, you're on the air. Holy shit, where the hell have you been? We need some fucking energy out here today. Let's go, baby, let's go. This is what we're talking about. No, she doesn't love. Hello, you're on. I thought he was gone. I thought that guy was gone, but holy shit, we got him back in here. It's been a long time since he's called.
If I was you, I would compliment.
She certainly doesn't love you. Thank you for calling in. I didn't know who you are. Hello, you're on the air. I can recognize half your voices. Go back to the Elden Ring Discord. She certainly doesn't love. She certainly doesn't love. That I know that I can tell you. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael, can you hear me?
Oh,
hello,
man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't know if I wanna.
Yeah,
is this gonna be a weird call? Because I think it is getting into that territory, ain't it?
No, well, I'm glad you keep going. I was gonna play Cyberpunk. I played for about 10 minutes, and yeah, I couldn't. I was on PlayStation 4. I heard the PC version is bad, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait till I hear it's gonna get better. And
Well, I mean, that's what they keep saying, but it's hard to believe them when they lied about even Keanu Reeves playing the game. So it's like, Jesus Christ. And that's a new revelation because he just came out and admitted he doesn't play video games. He literally said, I don't play video games. So
the
hell is so funny?
I don't even know about that. I think the last, like your last review I watched was about Resident Evil 8.
Oh
my god.
Oh, Lord.
I knew that game was going to be terrible from the beginning.
Oh,
I just
absolutely.
I just wanted to see your reaction.
Well, it's a one and done game. I mean, you literally play through the story once and you're done with it. It literally sits there and collects dust.
I wouldn't mind. It's just like I see like the only hype with it is the toll.
That's it. That's absolutely it. You know, if they didn't have her in the thing, it would have sold 0 copies because no one cared about that. But now they're probably going to get ready for that Resident Evil 4 remake. So.
So I don't know. Is there any new games that you'd recommend checking out?
No.
Nothing.
No, not really. I mean, the industry has. I mean, it just continues to crumble. You know.
What was the last big game? I guess you think that everything.
Well, I hate bringing it up because I know there's haters, and I'm critical of it too. But I think Red Dead, at least Red Dead 2 held my attention. Now, I don't agree with everything that happened in Red Dead 2. Not just talking about in terms of story, but in terms of game design and that sort of thing. It was pretty, more linear than ever before. In terms of, like, if you go this way, you go off the path during a mission failed, all that stuff. And then the mission structure, the repetitiveness of that. There was just a lot of things I didn't agree with Red Dead 2. However, it did hold my attention, and I can still go back to the game today, and you can just talk to people in the game. Like, you can literally interact with NPCs, and it's not super, super in-depth, but it sells it enough to where it says, okay, this is compelling enough to play and to put some real time into. So, at least it has that going for it.
I mean, it's not an RPG or anything. It's an action adventure, whatever.
Yeah.
I hate these games that they brand themselves as RPGs, even though they're just action adventures. I don't know, Horizon Zero Dawn, for example. I think that brands itself as RPG. I think now they say RPG elements or whatever, but like the RPG Fallout 3 sort of RPG. That you don't get them much more. And honestly, I was thinking Cyberpunk would be like a real RPG. I
Oh
have
yeah,
high
that's
hopes.
what we wanted. I mean, had it been that, I mean, if you know, if they lived up to the promises and all that stuff, I mean, hell yeah, we would have been in a different spot out here. But you know,
And
unfortunately, it just didn't hit that home run.
before Cyberpunk, like it was hyped because of Witcher 3, and I don't think Witcher 3 is a bad game. It's a good game, but it's a poor RPG as well. It's not a
Oh
really
yeah,
good
well, I mean, that's the thing. They never had really any. They never had any real experience in terms of making something that actually had meat on the bone in terms of like a full blown RPG. And then Cyberpunk was
Yeah.
their first like massive new thing. So
Yeah, and that's why I was a little bit worried with Cyberpunk because Witcher was an RPG, and then I saw all this what you call it. The adverts were like a super hyping.
oh yeah,
Like the hype was insane, and I was just like, they're not going to be able to take that hype, and they're not going to live into expectation because they did Witcher like.
well, when you come out on stage and you make big bold claims about your game, I mean, that right there seals the fate, because if you can't live up to those claims, you're screwed. And that's what Dying Light 2 has done. They said they said some stupid, silly shit about Dying Light 2. Now, I know better than that because I'm not that naive, but you can't come out on stage. You have to be transparent with your fucking potential customers, because if you say this pizza, you own a pizza place, and you say this pizza is just incredibly amazing, it's the best pizza you're going to have ever, and then you get it, and it's a small little, thin pizza, and, it doesn't look like that on the picture, well, then people are going to be pissed, and it's not what they, thought that they were getting. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately, for Cyberpunk and CDPR. But, that next-gen update is coming in Q1 of 2022. Might be right around the corner, and hopefully it, at least does rate. I mean, I assume it's only going to add ray tracing and probably, maybe some other stuff, but nothing substantial,
Yeah, yeah. Is there a demo of Dying Light, or did you play it? Because it's not come out yet.
No.
I had good hopes. I didn't mind Dying Light 1. It was okay. It was fine. I didn't really expect much from it, and like my hopes are just going down and down as the time goes on for Dying Light 2. But
yeah, I mean, it's eerily similar to Cyberpunk in many ways, but I don't think it'll be that big of a disaster compared to Cyberpunk. But it definitely could be one to watch. In terms of being cautiously optimistic for.
Yeah, and the thing with Cyberpunk that really pissed me off a little bit is, like, all this over-sexualization, like, with the nightclubs and shit. That's why a lot of people protect it. I was watching a YouTube video when Cyberpunk came out of a guy, I don't remember his name, but he was saying that a lot of people are pissed off about it, but a lot of people protect it, and he respects that. That's retarded. Why would you respect it? They're just idiots. They're just fanboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know your style and your take, but you're pretty honest.
Yeah, that's the fault that's the fault. If you're too honest, they hate you. So, just the way it is.
Yeah. Are you in the US?
Yeah.
What state?
Well, I'm gonna come down there to Florida because it's nice and warm down there in that Florida. Humidity's high, so
yeah. I was just
have
wondering
to start traveling.
I was just wondering.
Is this gonna get weird? Because I think it's gonna get weird. We're gonna move the wheels, okay? Tired of these weird callers calling in. I figured that was gonna go down that road, asking weird things, irrelevant questions. Okay. Nonetheless, hello, you're on the air. Last caller of the show.
Michael, a year later and Cyberpunk isn't complete. Who would have thought, right? This is scope creep like I've never seen before. Even No Man's Sky put out updates at least that were substantial, right?
Yeah, but
what is going on with this company?
I mean, it's just over. They just don't know what they're doing. It's crumbling.
I've never seen anything like it. From day one, everybody was hyped up when they started sending out review copies for PC only, and they were kind of laying low on the console front. I thought it was weird then. Of course, I was watching your videos. You had got it early, and I was like, man, this thing it's a dumpster fire. And a year later, it's still a dumpster fire. I watched your stream last night, and the whole Mao thing where you went up to those yoga walkers.
Oh my God!
And they put the one guy like put his hand out and touched your face, and then it glitched a pair of teeth onto your screen. I'm like, how is this acceptable? I don't know how PlayStation let it back on their shop. That every time I see someone play this game on console, there is some kind of problem with it. And then these people will defend it like fervently. I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with these people? Have they not played the console version?
Probably that's the problem.
I don't know,
most people
man.
that
It's a
played
mess.
Cyberpunk only played it on PC, so they can't relate to this. I mean, if they played this version, they would be as pissed as I am. Still, 1 year later, 366 days later, you know.
Right, but that's what's funny about it. I've heard you tell people about it, and they act like you're lying to them. Dude, I have it for the PS4 as well. I uninstalled it. I have a PS5. I just straight up installed the game. So, yeah, you get 60 frames a second, but the game is broken at its core, on console at least. I haven't played the PC version. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, even the PS5 version, yeah, you get 60 frames, but, like, there's no cars on the highway. It still was crashing,
Exactly.
I heard, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no cars. I mean, you're getting the PS4 version, which is a broken version at 60 frames per second. So how good is that? Not good at all.
I know. You're getting screwed.
Yeah. Well, moving the wheels, Michael. Thanks.
Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate you. All righty. I believe that is going to be the last caller unless... Well, we can try and take a few more calls here. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, how are you, Michael?
Oh, no. 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 Oh, maybe that was a mistake. Well, we should have ended it there, but we got curious, you know. Curiosity killed the cat. So, look, that's going to wind this show down. It's just too cold out here. We're losing too much battery anyway. But we do want to say thanks for coming out and discussing the reality 366 days later. Ice the one, popping the cherry with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Miles with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Doom Strange with the 3-time Tony Hawk combo. Alfonso, Night Angel, Coach Caesar with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. PS5 Fanboy. I don't know what's happening today. I don't think Tom Brady's on, but he could very well be. Maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. But that's the reality, folks. Cyberpunk 2077, 366 days later. They don't have much to show for, and it is so incredibly sad. But hopefully they can resurrect that ship that has quite clearly hit the bottom of the ocean floor. But the big question is how do they pull that ship up that has hit the bottom of the ocean floor? How do they do it in a way that makes sense? And, you know, they do have plans on, you know, sort of doing something similar to that as we get into the Q1 of 2022. And, you know, they can say that, yeah, we're going to go down there and pull that ship right up and it's going to be A-okay. But until we see that actually come to fruition in a way that does make sense, it is going to be hard to believe them, especially since they kind of lied, seemingly anyway, CDPR did, about Keanu Reeves having played the game. That's the CEO of CDPR saying that, oh yeah, Keanu played it, and then now here we have basically Keanu 1 year later saying he doesn't play video games, he didn't even play Cyberpunk. So it is entirely a sad situation. But, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. These CDPR fanboys are just still convinced that it's the best thing since sliced bread and that they can do no wrong. So, you know what? If I were CD Projekt Red, I would still continue lying and overpromising and underdelivering because at the end of the day, the core fan base doesn't care. They're going to eat up slop regardless. So fuck it. You know, make Cyberpunk 2 tomorrow. Fuck it. Their fan base don't give a shit. They're going to buy that shit right now, and they're going to say it's good, and they're going to defend it, and they're going to buy The Witcher 4. When they pull the curtain back for The Witcher 4, they're going to buy that shit immediately. They don't give a shit. The goodwill is still there. I've already said that a long time ago. It was never gone. The goodwill hasn't dissipated. They're just saying, oh, it's great on PC, Michael. Get good. Get good. I came from the Elden Ring Discord. Get good there, mister. Well, nonetheless, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. And with that said, Cyberpunk 2077, 366 days later, it's over.